Hello everyone and welcome to this, I was about to call it a long play episode. I guess it kind of is, but with a twist. So today I'm gonna be reading and reacting to some stories from the Am I the Llama or AITASims subreddit. It's basically Am I the Asshole, but Am I the Llama because it's Sims. I was inspired to do this by a lovely creator who does this over on Minecraft, but instead of obviously reacting to Minecraft stories, it's kind of more like IRL content. But there are so many hilarious stories on this Sim subreddit that I just couldn't resist it. And oh my god, is that Jeffrey Landgrab already spotted running around literally? This man. When Adventure Awaits drops and I am able to create the Hunger Games, this man is going straight into it because far too many children have had to endure this sight. So yeah, very what a way. Literally, there is not a more stereotypical My Sims 4 Forever World way to start off this this video than that, honestly. Oh, good. I can see that Nova has come back downstairs. She actually was upstairs a second ago and she's not allowed up here. So I'm gonna lock it for Nova. She's not allowed upstairs. But okay, so the very first story that I'm going to be reading today comes from a user called Smart Plantain, and the title is Am I the Llama for making my older rich husband sleep in the guest bedroom with the cats and their litter boxes? Okay, so I married an elder sim with a lot of money. Don't judge. I wanted a pool and nice furniture before my young adult years were over and a comfy life for my cats, which, slight interjection here, I think is actually very valid. In fact, if I had many cats, that's also what I would be vibing with. And I have already had to pause to turn down the voices because the alien voice, good lord, it's too much for me. But anyway, back to the story. He purchased a house, but I didn't really feel like sharing the main bedroom, so I designed a guest suite for him. Except it's also where I keep the cat's litter boxes and other junk. Now, he keeps waking up miserable, and because the cats are meowing all night and the uncomfortable moodlet from the smell won't go away, he complains constantly and is grumpy. I argue that he should be grateful he's still in a room with a bed, walls, and even a nightstand. Oh my goodness, considering how this is where I let my child sleep, right next to the science, experimentation lab and the underground shrine of death, I guess. I really sympathize with this user. And oh yeah, there we go. Cass is blasting off to space. There we go, perfect. But anyway, and mostly they are still married to OP, which is great. Okay. Plus the cats like him more now, so I don't need to worry if they're uncomfortable with him being in their private room. My cats are 6 and 18, well behaved and sweet, but they can be very picky with who they let into their life. So obviously I feel very responsible when introducing new partners that they will cohabit with. Okay. Wait, we have a lot of junk. We'll try cramming it in. There we go. I don't know if that's very scientifically responsible, but hey. So right. My sim friends think I'm being cold and should give him a proper space in the master bedroom, but he's old and snores and it makes me resent him. Am I the llama? Okay. So this one got 109 upvotes. Honestly, wait, return home with a bandit? Wait, what? His name is Bandit. Wait, we found an alien? Is this a sim that we can know? Or is this like a little alien in our inventory? Whoa, wait, what? What is this? Hold on, what are all these packages that she has in the mail? I'm sorry, I've just seen these for the first time. She has fan mail because she completed the Strangerville mystery? No way, that's crazy. I love how I've just learned so many things. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. But okay. I Personally, going back to the story, I do not think the OP is the llama. Firstly, I love that they are being a responsible cat owner by basically placing a 24/7 butler into their, as they said, private quarters. So I actually think that that's, you know, pretty good cat ownership right there. But also, no, wait, Nova, please do your homework. Wake up. But why don't we see what else the comments are saying here? Okay, so not the llama. He's got a young hot spouse. What else does he need? I mean, potentially a cleanly place to live, but hey, although you could suggest he get into into handiness and upgrade his bed and the little boxes to make the room more comfortable for both them, and then he can upgrade all the appliances before he passes. Everybody wins. Very strategic just that. And I don't think that you could suggest to the husband, you know, very overtly, like, hey, it could just be like, hey, why don't you try this new hobby? I think that'd be fun. Like, babe, I don't think you're uncomfortable. I think you're just bored. I think that the OP here could truly just go all in with the, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss approach. So no, I'm vibing with that. Another comment here. I'm probably not the best one to answer this because my husband and I don't even live in the same neighborhood, but it sounds like a not the llama to me. Oh, and okay, by the looks of it, we have just returned safely from space. I am really curious to see, wait, so what did we get? Oh, live space porcupine? This must be the little alien that we picked up. Hold on. Let me see it. With the little water bottle. This dude is so creepy. Ew, kind of hate that. I'm also really intrigued about our fan mail. I want to know what we got. Wait, receive Strangerville fan mail. Okay, we got a future cube. A lump of clay. That's not really fan mail. That is frankly an insult, but all right. A gourmet fruit cake? Just a single slice of it? Wait, is that already spoiled? Yeah, it's already spoiled. Rude. That's more like hate mail. I don't like that one bit. Somebody is hella trying to poison us. Marissa, get out of here. And then our last fan mail is a foul quality rainbow fish. Sick. Love all of that for us, honestly. Right, okay, before we move on to our next story, I'm actually gonna have Cass over here come and do some observing of the sky because as we can see, she is so close to mastering her logic skill today. If we could actually do that, that would be really, really good. I think Nova's still doing her homework. Good, okay. Damn, but she is also super smart. Wow. And she already has level 6 logic? Oh, I don't know where she got that from, honestly, because she has basically lived in a basement her entire life. But speaking of questionable parenting of daughters, let's move on, shall we? So, this next story is from Galaxy Fan, and am I the llama for not allowing my daughter to sleep? Okay, so I, 28 female, have a strict timeline for my daughter. Jade Elise, 6 female, is expected to be a straight A student, regularly win chess tournaments, and do singing, the piano, and the violin at the Blue Velvet for simoleons. Jade Elise is level 10 for all of these skills. When Jade Elise becomes a teenager, she will also be expected to sell paintings, work retail, and write and publish books on top of her current activities. Her outstanding performance in school, chess, singing, piano, violin, painting, retail, and writing will allow Jade Elise to graduate from high school early and earn all 13 degrees in art history, biology, communications, computer science, culinary arts, drama, economics, fine arts, history, languages and literature, physics, psychology, and villainy with distinction. Changing the lifespan to long so she'll stay young to do this, of course. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, our power's just been turned off? Rude. Hold on. Okay, right, Nova, you are actually going to be on cleanup duty after you've eaten because this household is a mess. And then, Cass, you can actually come ahead and get the mail and pay the bills when you're done. However, back to the story. In order for Jade Elise to reach this level of success, she is not allowed to sleep. I sold her bed and made her drink coffee so that she stays awake non-stop. Jade Elise often looks tired and depressed, but she will thank me one day. My good friend Nancy, I'm assuming that is in reference to Nancy Landgrab. I actually bet, right? Oh, okay. Cass wants to become a perfectionist. Sure, okay. I guess that's just an extra trait rather than a trait change. I was about to say, I bet that if I actually scroll along the neighborhood, I'll probably find Nancy Landgrab. However, I'm not seeing Nancy, but I am, of course, seeing Judith. I hate that extremely jubilant music came about at the exact time. Oh, but hold on, we've completed our aspiration. That's why I was seeing that. That's fun. Because we got to level 10 of logic. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'll start figuring that out in a second, I guess. But I do want to have... Why don't I actually have Cass then come and... I want to have her do some upgrading, I think. Yeah, we'll do the reinforced door, sure. However, my good friend Nancy thinks I'm being a little too hard, but what does she know? Her son Malcolm is not nearly as successful as Jade Elise. Am I the llama? Okay. Right. Now somehow Nova here, our little test subject, she's on the pan over there, so maybe we won't super zoom in on her. We will go ahead and make her do more cleaning though after she's finished everything. She's actually, again, gotten pretty smart by barely any input, and anybody that knows the channel will know that we have basically kept her in her pen her entire life. She did, in fact, grow up from a baby to an infant to a toddler to a child, all without seeing the light of day. So maybe having children confined so that they can perfect, you know, their excellence and refine their brains is actually, like, not the worst thing in the world. Because Nova seems pretty well adjusted. Honestly, like, look at her striding about. She's got good manners. Like, she might have some mummy issues growing up, but that's fine. She might have probably spotted us at one point trying to drown her other mother, Senior Polytech 3, in this pool at one point before we realized that we could not do that. But in this situation, I will say that straight up denying a child's sleep is probably breaking, you know, some, like, prisoner of war violations or, you know, rules and treaties and stuff. So should we be doing that to children? Honestly, not that much. I mean, I feel like OP is a caring mother in that it is female 28, there we go, in that she wants her daughter to, you know, grow up and do, you know, be able to have her best chances in life. However, I don't think that I know that the graduate job market, from personal experience IRL, is kind of on fire at the moment. However, I don't think that one needs 13 distinguished degrees to be able to get a regular job today. Maybe like 6. But again, I don't even think that you need to be doing all of this to be able to, you know, to be able to do all this. So let's see what the comments are saying though. So I'm gonna say you're the llama. That is what I'm gonna go for here, I think. Wait, hold on. Nova, I want you to be doing something. Oh, wait, hold on. It's Nova's birthday today? Oh, this is so exciting. I can't wait to see what Nova looks like as an adult. Oh my god. Can we actually have Nova... I was going to say, can we have her cook her own birthday cake? Because you know that Cass isn't going to do it. I know that we do see a cake in the fridge, but that's not for Nova. Right, where are you? You're down here. Let me... I guess I could have I'll let these two interact for like more than 5 seconds. All right, fine. Let's see what the comments are saying though. So you're the llama for giving her coffee when sleep replacement potions are more effective. That's actually a very good point. Those will fill up her energy need completely with less time loss. Okay. So she won't need to have the excuse of being tired and coffee barely filling her energy need. That's actually a really good point. And, oh, okay, gamers, right, importantly, hi, Nancy's other kid, Johnny here. If she's telling you to lay off, congrats, you're a worse mom than she is. You're the llama? Whoa, that is incredible. Oh, I did not wait, what? I did not expect Johnny Zest to be hitting the chat today, but Struth, that's drama if I ever did see it. Okay, so... interesting. Oh, however, though, we do have some conflicting answers here. So We have one commenter saying, not the llama. If Jada complains, you should remind her that childhood didn't even exist a few generations ago and that she's very privileged compared to kids that had to work in sweatshops. I mean, honestly, in Sim Nation, I don't know if that kind of childhood existed. Perhaps, you know, the coal mines or like, you know, like taking out the chamber pots back in the Sims Medieval. However, I don't quite know if things were that bad for kids, so I don't know if I'm agreeing with this commenter. However, right, and I'm gonna have my moment of feeling like Shane from Smosh Reads Reddit stories. Oh my god, are you setting another fire? As you can see, we do have the remnants of another fire which Nova caused. This could have caused, you know, potential carbon monoxide poisoning, but I don't think it did, so she's fine. However, again, as I said, I'm about to feel like Shane from Smosh Reads Reddit stories, hey gamers, because update. For people that don't see that, literally, I go crazy every time Shane says update on those videos. Okay, but we have an official update from Galaxy Fan here, so let's see what OP is saying here. So, the other day, I, 28 female, made a post asking if I would be the llama for not allowing my daughter, Jada, who, let's remember, actually, gamers, is 6 years old, and we're already planning out her strategy to be able to get 13 distinguished degrees. Quite a lot, in my opinion, just there. And wait, so sorry, I made a post asking if I was the llama for not allowing my daughter to sleep and instead make her drink coffee. This is so she can follow the strict timeline I've laid out for her. Since most people said not the llama, here's the revised 100-step plan of what Jada needs to do. And oh my god, it actually is, OP actually has written out a legitimate 100-step plan. I'll give you some of the highlights here. So it's broken into each stage. So, you know, straight A student, do the mopping, take out the trash, top level in literally every skill, and ballet dancing and working as a musician as a child. Then we go into the teen ages, and we have mastered basically every single skill. Also mopping again. So I don't know if we can really count that as part of the 100-step plan. It's when we have, you know, multiple of the same step. If anything, that seems to me like it might need a second revision. But what do I know about... what do I know about good parenting? Look, I gave my child a bed and a fun little comforter. They have lights. They never turn off, I don't think. But they have lights. But then it just keeps getting worse. Like, literally... Oh, Lord, I'm gonna have to put a picture of all of this up. But, okay, at the end of the post, OP says, this will set up Jada to become very wealthy quickly, and for me to have bragging rights of being a single mother who had her daughter simultaneously work 10 jobs and earn 13 degrees at the top of her class. I'm so excited for myself. I mean, Jada. I will repost once Jada has done all of these things. Thank you for your advice. Oh no, 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 no! I can usually catch this a little bit quicker, so that's quite funny that we are experiencing an alien abduction. I don't know if that was actually part of the 100-step plan. If anything, an unexpected alien pregnancy probably would throw quite the spanner in the works here. And okay, so one of the comments on the edit here said, so sure, you have a decent base, but you're raising a daughter who will be, comma, I shudder to think it, comma, single? A woman's wait, is a woman's achievement worth anything if she doesn't have a crossed out, loving, successful family? Sure, she might be the first female president and find the cure for all illnesses, but where are her children? If you were serious about your bragging rights, you would also force Jada at the very least to A, marry a wealthy man, and B, have an affair with an attractive lover, and C, raise around 10 to 12 children. Hope this helps you on your journey to becoming the best mother in Sim Nation. Yeah, wow, that is, honestly, that's pretty intense. And I mean, truly at first I was like, wow, this mother really is girl bossing it, being like a single mom doing all of this herself. That's very impressive. You know, like truly pushing her daughter to the limits of sim capabilities. But as this commenter said, evidently quite a lot was left out. But okay, right, there we go. What a good place to kind of round out this story here. We've got aliens, awesome, and discovering, oh wait, that's not two of aliens. Oh well, okay. Right, let's move on, I think, after that absolute whirlwind. Good lord, I'm still just scrolling through this 100-step plan, and it is, it's a lot just there, is all I'll say. Okay, right, so I've sent Cass to bed after her, you know, probing, dubious probings occurred. So let's keep fast forwarding through. Oh, and it's the first day of summer. That's fun. Okay, I mean, we're not going to be doing prank day because that is simply much too joyous for this macabre sim. So we're going to end the holiday. Sorry, Nova, no fun and joy for you. Speaking of, you're up now, which is fun. So she can come up and grab some breakfast. But okay, so this next story comes from a user called Mizzard. And I thought that this one fit quite well thematically, considering the last story, but also considering the household that we're playing with today. So, am I the llama for calling my daughter ugly? I, female, adult, am a global superstar and actress. We have a lot of high-achieving mothers here today. Both my kids inherited some fame because of me, and my daughter has a musical talent. So I'm hoping that she will make it as a global superstar as well. Damn, okay. Nova just absolutely breathing fire out here. That's kind of crazy. Why not before her mum wakes up? We'll let her come and watch some of the Kids Network, honestly. Wait, Brainchild Learning, sure, we'll let her do that, fine. But anyway, back to the story. A couple of days ago, both of my kids aged up into teens. Hold on, speaking of, Nova should have aged up today. Oh no, she's aging up today by the looks of it. Okay, fine. But my son, no wait, hold on. A couple of days ago, both of my kids aged up into teens. My son inherited my mermaid gene, so of course he came out really handsome. But what shocked me was my daughter. She had 2 caterpillars for eyebrows, a mullet, and none of her clothing items even matched. I think the sad clown looked better dressed than her. I was furious. So I ended up yelling at her and calling her ugly. How dare she turn out like that? Her brother came and yelled at me for yelling at her. He said I was a llama for insulting my daughter based on her looks. Am I the llama here? Oh, okay, wait. Hold on. Hold up right now. Is this Vlad? Is this Vladdy Daddy teaching us maths? I truly am astounded that I've never seen this in The Sims 4. That is actually so adorable. Right, well, we'll keep letting Nova hang out there. And maybe see if any other characters make an appearance. But okay. What are my thoughts on this? You know, I'm kind of inclined to say that you're the llama because a child obviously can't tell what they're going to look like or, you know, control what they're going to look like when they age up. Sometimes the random generator Wheel of Fortune does them a little bit dirty and they come out looking a little bit questionable. But, you know, truly, what is there that can be done about it? And just because I think that we, you know, in the spirit of this story should see what our darling little Nova is actually going to look like when she ages up, why don't I have, we'll have Cass make a cake, but we'll pretend that she went out and bought it, honestly, because we know that she would not actually be doing this kind deed for her child. Why don't I also show you guys what Nova looks like in her human form? Wait, we can freeze ray the child? Shut up right now. That I think would even actually honestly be a step too far. Why do we not do that? Hold on. No. I keep doing this wrong. I don't want to hear her. I don't want to hear her. Wait, no. Don't alter disguise. We want to, where is it? Disguise self. Here we go. Let's see what Nova looks like disguised again, because I feel like we've not, oh, ha. Yeah, I remember. We don't know. This is what I keep her looking like when she's a child. We literally are not allowed to see her. So maybe as a teen, if she's cute, we'll let her, you know, go free, but we'll have to see. But okay, so yeah, I kind of think that OP here is the llama. Let's see what other simmers are saying though. So we have one saying, not the llama, you have a reputation to uphold. I actually did not consider that. Your daughter is being selfish and ruining your career by being ugly. Think of what the press would say. That's honestly quite... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh no, I've lost my page. Where did it go? Hold on. There we go. I found it. But that's actually very valid. I did not, in fact, consider what the press would potentially say, about, you know, an ugly child in the family. I mean, you could as well. Why do they have to be in the public spotlight? You know, you have one sim, you have one child that is gonna be, you know, beautiful and living out their best mermaid life. So maybe the daughter could actually just kind of, you know, quietly hide in the shadows. I don't know. And here OP actually says, thank you, I will now think of creative ways to punish my children. Very interesting. Let's have Nova blow out the candles here though. Okay. And okay, so another comment here is saying, you're the llama because you're famous only. Else, not the llama. I used to be a werewolf and called my human sons sissies for the same reason. Good lord. And okay, another one here. You're the llama. If you don't let your child express themselves when they're young, they'll just start dressing like that once they're adults and out of the house. You've got to let them get it out of their system. That's very interesting. Okay though. So Nova is a loner, and I'm gonna actually just randomize her trait. Cheerful? Again, I guess that it really does go with the fact that she has grown up really quite well adjusted for living in a burrow under the ground all her life. So why don't we go ahead? I wish that we could randomize aspiration. I mean, she's really smart, so we probably should honestly pick a knowledge one. We could do Ghost Historian. That would be kind of funny. See, I wish that there was one to do with aliens, honestly. Wants to understand archaeology. Maybe we could do academic, actually. Do you know what? Speaking of, between this one and the last one, we'll go for academic. Why not? But let's see what she looks like in her human disguise.
What is that?
She's actually kind of cute. I mean, maybe like a little stern looking, and I need to definitely get my default like face replacer on. However, this outfit choice is actually rather heinous and in fact slightly, well, actually very brazenly going against the family aesthetic. So that's going to need to be altered immediately. So I will hop off camera in a second to do that. Okay, I've actually just taken Nova in to create a sim, and her in her human form is actually gorgeous. And so in the spirit of the story, I think that because Nova has actually aged up pretty beautiful, we actually maybe could finally let her be free of her, you know, of her sheath that she has been concealed in for her entire life. Maybe we could find some slightly cuter eyebrows though. These I guess are a little bit high, so maybe I'll drop them down a little bit. Yeah, okay. Like again, she's gorgeous, isn't she? What if we gave her green hair? No, I hate that. Let's go back. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Right, let me see what other comments we have just here. Absolutely not the llama. Your reputation is polluted by her aesthetic shortcomings. Can you sell her? I'm sorry you have to go through that. Lock her in the basement and have her sew you costumes. A similar comment also said you should think about locking her in the basement with a painting job and make her learn her lesson about being ugly. So it looks like we kind of Uno reversed that, honestly, unknowingly. Nova has actually grown up really beautiful, so maybe now we'll finally let her be free of the basement, of the chains of the basement. Obviously, to keep the family tradition and the colors, I just literally gave Nova this outfit, and the more that I look at her, the more gorgeous, literally, she... I was really tempted to keep the hairstyle that she literally spawned in with, but I decided to change it to this one. But I think that she's gorgeous. Yay! I mean, her alien self, it's very green, it's very Shrek-like, but Nova in her human form, My cute. Okay, so while the game is still loading just here, let's move on to our next story. And this one is from Confident Umpire. So, am I the llama for divorcing my pregnant wife after she killed my pet hedgehog? Oh no! Okay, right. Nova's glowing like crazy. At first I thought she was just kind of stinky, but I don't know. I think this is an alien thing, actually. But so I, an adult male, was married to a sim named Judith for a very long time. What? I mean, could it be Judith Ward? I was just like looking, so I bet she was still out on the street. Maybe not though. It looks like she's gone. She's gone for a little walkabout for now. Gone to actually go do her job somewhere. Oh, a seg day tomorrow. We'll close that. But I, adult male, was married to a sim named Judith for a long time. While we were together, we got a pet hedgehog. After Judith died of old age, I met and married Ava, adult female, and after a while we decided to have a baby together. Okay, so one day I got a phone notification that my hedgehog's enclosure had run out of food and had to refill it. I went to feed him, but Ava was standing in the way. I asked if she could refill the food, but she refused. Eventually, my poor hedgehog died of starvation and everyone was sad. Oh, I decided this was enough to divorce her, but before I could, she went into labor with the baby. I decided it didn't matter and went through with the divorce. Oh my goodness. Then to screw with my now ex-wife even more, I named our baby after my dearly departed hedgehog. Ava thinks it was a stupid thing to get divorced over, but I think it was valid in divorcing over her divorcing her over this. My poor hedgehog would have lived a very long time as I found these wonderful treats that slowed down aging. Am I the llama? Okay, so oh, this is a complicated one. I do kind of think that second wife Ava evidently had something against you, or maybe like some sort of simmering resentment over your ex-wife, over Judith, just because like the way that she dead ass just refused to be like, nah, I'm not feeding it, I'm not doing it, and then it just died is kind of brutal. I love it. Okay, so let's read some comments. Wait, no, hold on. Before that, do I think that you are the llama? I feel like we're missing context here because I do have to wonder, did you keep the baby in the divorce? What was the hedgehog's name? Like I need to know all of these things. But I honestly don't think that you are the llama because it feels like, again, there was more to this divorce than just the hedgehog dying, you know? As in, I think that Ava had a lot of stuff that she needed to reckon with, truly. So let's read some comments though. Actually, what are you? Oh, you're gonna go do some more harvesting. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, do you know what? I'm actually just gonna have what? Okay, Cassandra is wanting to do some robotics. That's kind of fun. I've actually not played around with that in ages. But let's also have Nova come ahead and do some weeding and watering down here as well. Why not? And then maybe, I guess that she's gonna actually have homework to do. Yeah, you can do your homework then. And then Cass, why don't we have you... I'm gonna have you actually come up here and do some more fiddling around with the rocket. Okay. Upgrade, expand cargo bay. There we go. So, right, let's see what people are saying here, though. I love it. Okay, so pets are people too, not the llama. And also, well, I was completely fooled by the title. Also, literally same though. And, okay. I'm just reading everything here. So if Ava didn't want a divorce, she should have never killed the hedgehog. That baby was there first. I agree. And like, to be fair as well, this is another thing that I didn't even think of. Of course, with the new baby coming in, Ava could have been a danger to the new baby. Like if you know, what is it that they say that it's like a sign of psychopaths or like serial killers that they start by hurting animals first? Oh, it makes me so sad to think about. But like, I don't know, I think that you have just cleared the biggest red flag ever. So, not the llama, in my opinion, not the llama, honestly. Okay, so after that, let's move on to our, I think, final story for the day. Honestly, it's been fun just having a really chill weekend to hang out with these guys. Like, what a glorious summer day it is having Cass working out here on the rocket. Maybe after Nova's had her homework, we'll have her maybe we'll have like even go for a run, go jogging outside. What? She's not allowed to do that usually. That's crazy. At some point, I'm gonna need to give her room a little bit more of a teenager-ish makeover. She's still gonna live in the basement, obviously, but you know, maybe I could give her like a little bit. Actually, no, there's not really room for many more privacy walls, is there? No, her bedroom will stay structured like this, but I'll just give it a makeover. But okay, last story. And it is written by Style Turbulent. Okay, so am I the llama for leaving my jobless lover because of child support? Oof. Okay, so I, young adult female, have been sleeping with Kevin, young adult male, for a while now. At first, he wasn't my type, but the guy I was sleeping with randomly died. I mean, that is literally so weird and random, honestly. Well, okay, careful, Cass. So I guess you could say Kevin was a rebound, but as I got to know him, things changed. Things were going great. We got pretty serious and he moved in with me. Okay. Interesting. Wait, babe, go to the toilet if you really need to pee that bad. Why are you... Wait, don't go jogging. Don't go jogging when you really need to pee. Girl, what is wrong with you? Hold on. Wait, we need to... Okay, right, fine. I'll cue that up in a minute. But yes, he did. Wait, hold on. Let me go back to the story. Yes, I did let a man move in with me. No, I did not ask about his career, but it's okay because he has a job in HVAC thanks to Lot 51 hiring. He doesn't have as many skills compared to me. Master archaeologist, slay. Honestly, we have so many slay girlies in the chat today, and I'm pretty charismatic, but I love him. Wow, I mean, for a bit of like a situationship to start off with, dropping the L-bomb is kind of a big deal. But anyway, we moved in again because I got a pretty big payout after authenticating some artifacts. My house was too small though, and I thought we deserved something together. Well, I got our first bill and it's 16,000 simoleons. Jesus Christ, where are they living? That's crazy. Struth, mate. I, as you can see, did not change this outfit for her. Oh, well, look at her. Look at you go, Nova. Yeah! She's like, whoa, look at the outside world. How have I been missing this all my life? But so anyway, first bill, 16K. When I looked into it, 15K is child support that he owes me. Oh my God. I didn't even know he had a child. Oh wait, no, sorry. So not that OP is owed, that Kevin, that he owes to somebody else. Okay, so I didn't even know he had a child, and he just quit his job to become a painter. He's still on stick figures. On top of this, we aren't even officially dating. Oh my goodness. Because of this, I want to kick him out and move on with my life. Am I the llama for wanting to kick him out over child support? Okay, so wait, hold on. Juniper, this is highly inappropriate because this is a teenager and this is not allowed on, well, this should not in fact be allowed on our streets for the second time this video. Good Lord. Okay, right. It looks like Nova's probably almost coming home from her jog, so I'll go ahead and have her queue up taking a shower. I think absolutely not the llama because, well, actually no, let me devil's advocate. Let me like Grimm's advocate here for a second. Because you guys weren't in an official relationship, like if you weren't kind of like properly partners, and if you hadn't had that like verbal, you know, discussion, it might have been, you know, in hindsight's 2020 and everything, but it might have been beneficial to have that kind of conversation before you decided to move in together, let alone get a new place together. I think that's kind of crazy. So because you guys weren't official, he technically did not have to tell you that he had a child. Would it have been, you know, the morally like good and like trustworthy partner thing to do? Yes, obviously, absolutely. However, if I were in OP's position, if Cass or Nova were in OP's position, they would absolutely dump his butt and his like child's butt and move on. I think that OP is absolutely not the llama. because that is something that you 100% should have been made privy to. And also, ew, what kind of a guy is like just such a mooch that they are literally like, so thanks for letting me like move into a new house with you, like babe, like I really love you, I promise. Hey, here's my child support bill of 15,000 simoleons for a child that you did not know about. Like literally, in fact, I don't know if even more kind of like stringent action might even be required against that kind of behavior, you know? But let me see what everybody else is saying here. Okay, so we have a not the llama. 15K is a pretty hefty child support bill for one kid. Are you sure it's just one? Oh, that's actually such a good point. I had not even thought about that. I'd be setting up a note. Okay, so this is what I was thinking. I'd be setting up a nice cozy basement to, you know, deter him from making any more. Wait, our dad is for once not offering us a job in the criminal career, but in the astronaut career? No, Dad, we're like almost a top level scientist. Get out of here. You know that we do that anyway, just in our free time, because Cass is such a girl boss. But no, I agree. Okay, so OP says that's a great idea. I'd still be on the hook for child support. I wonder if he has a life insurance policy. Also great idea. However, we also have an update. What a way to end the episode here. Okay, so update. Thank you for not seeing me as the llama. This is such a bittersweet update. Oh, bittersweet. Oh no. My jobless lying lover was killed by a meteor. I told him to get in the house, but for some reason he kept looking through the telescope. Dummy. See, okay, he was jobless. He was like, you know, evidently a liar because he did not tell you about his child. And, you know, also potentially kind of dumb if he did not, like, if he was looking at a meteor through a telescope and he did not move out of the way. So anyway, okay, the bittersweet part is that the child wait, okay, hold on. The bittersweet part is that his child still ended up with half of my money because for some reason the universe, my creator, question mark, don't know what that's all about, that's a bit weird, decided that life should have child support and inheritance. So I lost 35k overall, but I'll be on the up soon. I mean, honestly, OP here sounds like such like a self-starter. You know, it sounds like they have a really good career. As they said, like, you know, they have a lot of skills, and it sounds like they also know, you know, how to be a little bit spontaneous, take opportunities when they arise, etc. And so I do not doubt that OP will soon, you know, be on the up and up here. But definitely a bittersweet moment. I mean, maybe you could plot this out as like a full-on like lifelong revenge plot and wait until the child grows up and, you know, then see if they'll give you back the money, or, you know, kidnap the child and force them to give you back the money. I don't know, I'm just spitballing some ideas here. But yeah, no, I'm gonna say definitely not the llama, and we wish OP the best here. But okay, my loves, with that, I think that we're gonna start rounding out the episode. The sun is going down here soon. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and who knows, I hope that in general it was just nice, fun, like gaming noise for you. That was kind of what this episode was kind of intended to be, because I love listening to people reading Reddit stories. And so I kind of just wanted to read some Reddit stories with you gamers today. Wait, is that Peach? Peach pancakes, yeah, Peach! Which, for those of you who don't know, hold on, let me go ahead, let me pull up the genealogy, just really quickly before we say goodbye. So if I pull up Nova's genealogy, this is actually... Peach is Nova's half-sister because of the menace that is Senior Polytech 3. I actually think, maybe we could actually have these two introduce each other, like, you know, just friendly introduction really quickly. Okay. Bella's calling, sure, okay. But we'll have Nova come and say hello really quick. But yeah, no, I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video, and it was just honestly nice background noise while we made a little bit of progress in my forever world. And I guess that this was like the official unveiling of Nova Goth. Like, literally, look at these two. Look at them, little half-sisters. Oh, literally, okay, I'm feeling tears coming to my eyes. That's making me feel some stuff, so I'm gonna end the episode here. Look, they're already hugging. Iconic. I feel like these two are my new favorite Sims. I know that we've kept Nova concealed and hidden her entire life, but she's so slay. Literally, somebody should put me in one of these Reddit posts because apparently I'm just as bad. Look at them. This is literally so adorable. I'm gonna have these two hang out so much more. But let me get a nice, beautiful shot of the sun going down on the neighborhood just here. Right. While we end things out here for the day, I have to give a huge thank you to our amazing channel members for supporting my work just here on the channel. We have our amazing Tiberian members. We have Amy M, Roberta C, we have Bloody Porcelain, Lady Slantro, and Vanagander. And you're going to be able to see all of our amazing Soul Piece members on the screen just here as well. Honestly, you guys are absolutely the best. I don't have a question of the day for you other than am I the llama? Am I the llama for keeping my sim concealed in a basement under a sheet to conceal her alien identity for the vast majority of her life, for the first, like, you know, 17 years of her life? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, my loves, I hope you're having a lovely day. Let me know if you like this type of video, and maybe I could do another one in the future. But I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you again soon.